Resolved. Targeted killing is a morally permissible foreign policy tool. My value for today is that of utilitarianism, and my value criterion is that of the measure of human life. Contention 1. Targeted killing saves lives. It has been an effective method of warfare for hundreds of years. Often those who are targeted by this method are the drivers of war and strife and suffering. Imagine if Hitler and his top generals had been killed before the Holocaust had been put into motion. Or if King Leopold II had been killed and the Congolese genocide had never happened. Or Saddam Hussein had been killed before the Kurdish genocide. All of these were terrible crimes that were led and fueled by specific people without whom these crimes would never have been possible. The use of targeted killing as a prevention against further horrors is not a mindless murder, but a calculated way of saving lives. Contention 2. The life of one guilty man is not worth the life of thousands of innocents. Osama bin Laden, who has been the leader of the 9/11 attacks by the Al-Qaeda, has finally been killed by the bravery of our very own Navy SEALs. Of course, this mission may seem like more of an act of vengeance and justice towards one of the most violent criminals on the planet, but it is really an act of prevention from further bloodshed. We could never have predicted the attacks that happened in 2001, but after they had happened, the whole underground system of terrorists was unearthed. The fact that we now know what was going on enabled the U.S. to try and stop further attacks on its shores. It became a race for the U.S. to try and find and kill the leaders of these uncovered organizations as an attempt to stop them altogether. The constant fear that comes from not knowing whether these organizations would come back is something that the U.S. should not have to deal with. With the leaders of this group gone, there is little to no way that it will emerge again in the same scale. Contention 3. Often other countries that are harboring the target don't have the resources or knowledge to find him or take care of him for themselves. They often appreciate or are indifferent to our search for him within their country. The use of targeted killing as a foreign policy tool can be helpful not only for ourselves, but also for others. Our intervention can do for others what they couldn't do for themselves, and proves to be an ethical use of our hegemony in both soft and hard power areas. The world respects us as a hegemon because we use this power ethically and wisely. The use of targeted killing protects ourselves and our allies, and further solidifies our position as a just and benevolent hegemon. There is nothing immoral about saving the lives of thousands and protecting our allies.
Say something stupid.
What do you say at the end of your speech?
Oh, and for these reasons I stand in firm affirmation.
Just vote.
Just vote down.
I don't remember, just vote con.